That's why you got to get to a point where you can train yourself and on purpose, consciously, stop arguing with people who are closed-minded or who always want to give you a rebuttal versus a solution. Because some people just like to hear themselves talk. Some people like to get up under other people's skin on purpose. And sometimes people know that they don't have no point. They might even know that they already done lost the argument, the debate, the challenge, the conversation, whatever. But they still want to see how far they can go and how far they can take you out of your element. And you got to have the proper discernment to be able to know when somebody's intentions is just that. So you don't give your power away. You got to know when to decline an argument. You got to know how to be sharp in what you say and get straight to the point and keep it moving. You got to keyframe your conversations with certain people, because people will reel you in, they'll play the victim, they'll give off this narcissistic energy, and they'll blame you for everything as soon as you start killing a whole conversation or repeatedly making a point. When you're consistent in making a point and being wise with your words, your use of words, your responses and your reaction, that shit get up under people's skin who don't have that proper way of communicating, who don't have those great intentions, or who don't know how to reach a certain place of positivity with a proper solution and conclusion. Instead, these people want to battle because they're dealing with self-battles. And if a person is battling a person that they can see or can tell that person has their stuff together, they got their body language in order, their thought process is flowing smoothly, the way they use their words is prompt, that will get up under a person's skin, man. That'll irritate their flesh and their soul because they know they're not vibrating that high. So why do high vibrational people stoop down to low vibrational people? It'd be for one or two reasons. Either you attach to that person because you got something personal going on, or you care that much for that person to understand and truly grasp where y'all don't see eye to eye. And instead of that person seeing eye to eye, you literally realize that you just wasted your time because the person's mind is too closed to even identify with what you're trying to give them. You could try to teach them, you could try to show them love, you could try to hold their hand, give them advice, guide them, buy things that they could use as an assignment or something that they could watch, or anything that you put your gratitude into, since they can't follow you directly, and they still will let you down. Because people choose what they want to make time for, and people choose what they want to engage in. They can see you caring, they can see you sharing, and they can see you taking the initiative to make sure that they straight, or to make sure they on the same path, the same plane, or just showing that whole attitude of gratitude and unconditional love, being genuine. They can see you doing that and still get mad at you because they are not in a position to accept what you're trying to show them. So these people be mad at themselves, they be battling with themselves, so every time you give them a compliment, they're going to reject it. Every time you try to invite them to something, they're going to make up an excuse not to go. Every time you try to give them a different way of looking at something because they stuck on a certain perspective due to their experiences, they're going to reject it too, because they're not open-minded enough to adopt a different perspective or perception. They want to be comfortable and familiar with the emotions and the feelings that they always engage in, or the feelings that always get awakened. And it's because that's the energy that they thrive in. I don't know why some people love that, but this is what we are dealing with, and why I tell people stop wasting your time arguing with folks, especially about stuff that you already know.